In this video, I want to give you a hint about how to approach problem 5 from homework 1. So here's the task. What you have is you have a list of numbers which you know are all positive, so all greater than 0. And what you want to do is you want to figure out what's the maximum of the list L, what's the greatest element. So in this case, the greatest element would be 10. So here's how I would approach the problem. It's kind of similar to computing the sum of a list. I also need a variable in which I keep track of what I've seen so far. So the variable I would use is the largest element seen so far. And then after I look at each of those elements in turn, and if I change and keep track of the largest element that I've seen so far, I can just read off the maximum from this element, because when I am at the end of the list, the largest element that I've seen so far, after I've gone through the entire list, is going to be the maximum. Now, the question is, what should it be to begin with? And here there is a simple answer. Well, I know that my largest element is for sure greater than 0 because all the numbers here are greater than 0. So what I'll do is I'll just say that so far the largest one I've seen, if I haven't seen anything at all, will just be 0. And here's how I would approach the task if I can just look at one number at a time. I'll just say, okay, I see a 5 here. Is this larger than the largest one that I've seen so far? Well, yes it is. I'll change the 0 to a 5. How about 6? Is it the largest element that I've seen so far? Well, it's larger than the previous one that I've seen. So yes, it is larger. So after I've looked at 6, the largest element that I've seen so far is 6. Here's a 10. Is it the largest element that I've seen so far? Well, yes, because it's larger than 6. Not because 6 is the previous number, but because 6 is greater than 5 and also greater or equal than 6. It's the largest that I've seen so far, except now I've seen 10, so now the largest that I've seen so far changes to a 10. Now look at 1. Well, 1 is not the largest element that I've seen so far because 1 is not greater than 10. So 10 is still the largest element that I've seen so far, and I move on to looking at 7. Is 7 the largest element that I've seen so far? Well, no, it's not. 10 is still larger. And now I'm out of elements that I've been looking at in the list, which means that whatever is here is going to be the largest element that I've seen in the entire list.